You know those people who always seem to be the center of attention, who have an uncanny ability to make every conversation about themselves? Well, you might be dealing with a narcissist. But narcissism isn't always as obvious as you might think. It's not just about the person who can't stop taking selfies or the one who constantly brags about their accomplishments. Sometimes, narcissism hides behind a charming smile and a seemingly caring demeanor. Today, we're going to delve into the 7 non-obvious signs that could indicate you're dealing with a narcissist. 1. The super charmer. When charm masks manipulation. Have you ever met someone who appeared almost unbelievably perfect? Their words are finely crafted, showering you with attention and making you feel like the center of the universe. This charisma, though, isn't necessarily authentic. It might serve as a front for manipulation, a clever strategy to achieve their own goals. However, as time passes, it becomes apparent that their friendly nature was a smokescreen, hiding a calculated intention to gain favors and control over others. 2. Emotional empathy, the missing puzzle piece. Picture this. You meet someone who radiates a sense of empathy that feels refreshingly real. They engage in conversations with an attentive ear, their nods and words assuring you that they truly understand. Initially, it's like a breath of fresh air, as if you've stumbled upon a rare gem of emotional connection. As you continue to interact with them, a question emerges. How can you differentiate between the ones who genuinely feel your emotions and those who merely put on a facade? How do you discern between authentic emotional empathy and the fake version, often shown by those with narcissistic tendencies? Going deeper into this dilemma, you start to notice subtle hints. While true empathy comes from a place of genuine concern, you realize that the fake version often serves a hidden agenda. Those who authentically empathize with you show a sincere interest in your emotions and experiences. Their support isn't blurred with self-serving motives. However, the illusion of empathy often reveals its cracks in the form of inconsistency. When dealing with someone who shows empathy superficially, you might notice a pattern of selective understanding. Their nods and comforting words may appear when your emotions align with their narrative, but when the tide turns, their mask fades. It's all about intention. Authentic emotional empathy thrives on the desire to truly understand and connect with your feelings. This type of empathy is an embrace that covers the highs and lows of your emotions. On the other hand, the fake version is a calculated performance, a mask that slips when it fails to serve their own interests. 3. Passive-aggressive put-downs. The art of subtle insults. Have you ever been with someone engaging in what seems like a casual and lighthearted conversation? As you talk about your interests and shared anecdotes, they suddenly drop one of those passive-aggressive put-downs, skillfully veiled as a playful comment or even a compliment. Something like, "You're quite ambitious, aren't you? Always reaching for the stars. It must be nice to have such high hopes." At first, you laugh it off, unsure if they were actually making fun of your aspirations or if you are simply misinterpreting their tone. It's fascinating how narcissists have an uncanny ability to use subtle insults like a double-edged sword. Their words seem harmless on the surface, yet they carry a hidden sting that leaves you questioning your own perception. Am I being overly sensitive? Did he really mean to belittle my dreams? These are the thoughts that swirl in your mind, creating a subtle yet potent sense of self-doubt. These types of encounters are an emotional reminder of the art of passive-aggressive put-downs, a tactic that narcissists often employ to assert their dominance or superiority. 4. Silent treatment. When silence speaks volumes. There's no doubt that we've all had those moments when we've shown our souls, sharing our thoughts and feelings with someone close to us. It's a vulnerable act, one that requires trust and a genuine desire for connection. Now picture this. You've opened up, expressing yourself with sincerity, and in return, you're met with an unsettling silence. It's as if your words have evaporated into thin air, leaving you filled with uncertainty. The narcissist's use of the silent treatment is like a masterstroke in the realm of manipulation. It's a calculated tactic that applies control in the most subtle yet impactful way. When they choose to withdraw their words and presence, They create a void that begs to be filled with self-doubt. You find yourself replaying the conversation, searching for clues as to what you might have done to cause this response. It leaves you trapped in a cycle of overthinking and second-guessing. If you're finding this content valuable, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create more content like this. Don't forget to share this video with those who might benefit from it. Now, let's get back to the remaining signs. 5. Gaslighting. Playing with your reality. Simply put, people who engage in gaslighting have a way of turning your world upside down. It's a deeply unsettling manipulation tactic that has the ability of shaking your confidence in your own reality. You might find yourself questioning the very ground you stand on, wondering if what you remember and perceive is truly accurate. It's like a psychological game where the rules are constantly changing, leaving you confused and disoriented. Imagine a scenario where an old friend challenges the way you remember an experience you had together. They may say with confidence that what you remember is not what happened, painting a different picture altogether. In those moments, you might feel a rising sense of frustration and confusion, as if you're caught in a maze. It's important to recognize that gaslighting is not a reflection of your mental clarity or stability. Instead, it's a tool used by narcissists to maintain control and dominance. By bending reality and weakening your confidence, they create a power dynamic that serves their own interests. 6. Always the victim. The blame-shifting strategy. I know how tired it can feel when you find yourself in a conversation with someone who constantly seems to avoid accountability. It's like you're caught in a never-ending loop of frustration, where any attempt to address a problem leads to them playing the victim card. Instead of accepting their role in the situation, they cleverly manipulated the conversation, making themselves out to be the injured party. It's like they have a knack for turning the tables, leaving you fighting with a sense of confusion. This blame-shifting strategy is a hallmark of narcissism, and it can leave you feeling frustrated and drained. 7. Triangulation. Creating drama behind the scenes. It could be puzzling how some individuals can consistently stir up drama and conflict, seemingly out of nowhere. Maybe it's because we don't naturally think in those terms, so we struggle to understand the motivation behind it. Triangulation is like a backstage drama that plays out in our relationships. Imagine this. You find yourself unexpectedly caught in the crossfire of a dispute that has nothing to do with you. It's as if you're accidentally chosen as a supporting character in a plot you didn't sign up for. This manipulation tactic, often used by narcissists, is like a well-scripted play, with them pulling the strings from behind the scenes. Navigating the world of a concealed narcissist calls for a watchful eye, the art of establishing firm boundaries, and placing your own well-being front and center. Keep in mind, spotting the hints is the first step in protecting yourself against their emotional schemes. At the heart of it, understanding the difficulties of dealing with a hidden narcissist empowers you to reclaim your position in relationships. By sharpening your awareness, standing strong in your boundaries, and prioritizing your emotional health, you pave the way for more authentic connections and a brighter, self-assured future. Don't forget to subscribe for more psychology-revealing content.